Hopefully, a few people will come and join me. Y'all see the title, The Hypocrisy of It All in These YouTube Streets. I, y'all, what is going on? Like, the hypocrisy is on overload in these YouTube streets. And I was gonna make a video and I was like, nah, because I don't feel like doing the editing and all of that. But y'all, I'm just tripping. There's some tea that came out. Y'all might know who I'm talking about. You might not. If you do, cool. If you don't, cool. But I'm gonna try to talk where I'm not really using people's names. So there's a YouTuber, and some tea came out that she was married and could possibly still be married because nobody's been able to find a divorce decree, but was married to a offender. Now I'm going to try to not say certain words because I don't want my video to be taken down, but a violent offender that violently attacked, but I'm using attacked as a substitute for the actual word. Violently attacked, violently assaulted, whatever, a mentally challenged female. And so this YouTuber goes and judges people's lives. Now, I understand people put their lives out there, but a lot of these reactors feel that they are not being harsh or mean or judgmental. Some of these people are just downright mean, y'all. I mean, and it even got to a point that one of the person's mother made a video asking people to please leave her daughter alone. I myself, personally, I would have to make a video every day cussing somebody out because you could not come for any of my babies. I don't care if they in their 30s all the way down to my baby. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. Whether I had angels for kids or devils for kids. But what I don't get is as long as people don't know your past, then people will portray like they are so perfect. So, anyway, this tea came out that this person was married. Yeah, and as soon as someone talks about them, they get mad and say people don't know them and don't have the right to make videos about them. Hi, Keita. Thank you for joining. And that is true. And I'm going to get to that. So there has been tea that has came out about some of the reactors, and this by no means is a bash the reactors video, but as everyone says, they give their opinion. Well, I'm giving mine. um, there was a couple of people that had asked me my opinion about it, and so I'm going to say this. If I married someone who committed that kind of a crime against a woman, and it's okay, let's put it this way: the crime was one of the most heinous acts you can do to a woman or female. I believe the victim was underage. I'm not sure, but the report said that the victim was mentally challenged, so the person was not even able to give consent for an action like that. So this tea had came out, and I was kind of stunned. I was like really stunned. And I was like, wow, this person is not going to be able to talk about nobody no more with that kind of tea out about you. And you know what happens? The person makes a video, goes off, says, basically that people shouldn't be digging into people's backgrounds and stuff. But my thing is, people have talked about the mommies, for those of you that are familiar with this sector. People have talked about the mommies and has dug into their background. And even if they weren't the actual ones who dug into the background, they talked about what the latest gossip was, and kikied about it. And then every time these particular set of women go live, then shortly after, here come these people going live to critique whatever they talked about in their live. And I think it's sickening. How in the world can somebody be respected that married a person like that and knew their crime, knew what the crime was, knew that this crime was an assault, a violent assault with a gun, from the gossip that I've heard, with a gun, brought this person around their children. Now, maybe they felt safe. Maybe they felt that, the person was, but the gossip was this person brought this person home from prison or something. And I'm like, so where was the get to know the kids? Like, I personally would never, ever marry someone. If you don't know, then you do not know. But keep that turned down a little, okay? But if you didn't know about the person's past, okay. But if you knowingly knew about this person's past, I personally couldn't bring nobody around my kid. I have 7 daughters. I have 5 sons. There's no way I could bring somebody like that. Mm-mm, I couldn't. But then to do that and be so judgmental, I mean, so doggone judgmental about y'all. I'm gonna try to move this camera closer to in front of me. But to be so judgmental about how other people 20 years younger, 30 years younger, how they live their life, but you have that in your background. I mean, there's this old saying, everybody deserves love, but honey, I don't want that kind of love. None. I wouldn't even want to be associated with that. I would do everything I could to distance myself from that. But to have the harsh judgment and kiki, I mean, calling people slow, because they don't think the way that you think. I mean, that's like somebody saying, look at those shiny plastic wigs that they be wearing. I, I'm going to leave that alone, y'all. I'm going to leave that alone. But what y'all think? There's a couple of people in here. What y'all think about that? I mean, like Kiva says, the hypocrisy of it all. Like, how do you have that in your background, but you critiquing somebody else? You critiquing somebody else. Like, there's a situation with one of the mommies, her kid's father is in prison for a crime. And there was a lot of judgment. Hi, Lena, how you doing? So there was a lot of judgment about her situation and what her kid's father had done. You know, like pimping out a minor, prostituting a minor, something to that degree. That's good. I don't know all the details of that situation, but I personally, if I had married a offender, an offender that has to register for life, not just a few years, not 5 years, not 4 years, whatever, life. I don't think I would make judgment about somebody. And I don't know, y'all. Thank you. All I did was my hair, and then my daughter wanted to do my edges. So I don't be knowing what to do with my hair, y'all. I suck at styling hair, so I just pulled it all over and did a little pin down or whatever. But thank you. So what y'all think of that? Like people, and then turn it down a little, and then there's y'all, my kids are doing school, so I'm trying to talk in a way, you know. But there's a lot of people who do reactions, and the most famous thing is I don't drag nobody. I don't talk about nobody. I give honest criticism. That's not true. I've watched a few, and every single one that I see is really mean. There is no critiquing, there is no suggestion of how I could do it better or how you could do it better. It's always a put down. You're slow. Your mama must have this. Your mama must have that. Nobody is the perfect mama. I mean, I'm just not even me. I'm far from perfect, y'all. I'm far from perfect. Y'all, hang on a second. Hello? Hey, what's up? No, I haven't had a chance. I'm on live right now. No, come on and join my live and say hello. Mama 12. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Girl, you're fine. You're fine. Bye. But dang, I lost my train of thought. But my thing is, if your backyard is not perfect, don't judge nobody else's backyard. Now, like I said, I have not seen constructive criticism yet. All I see is a bunch of kikiing and aha and let me make fun of this person, let me make fun of that person and whatnot. And y'all is sickening. Hey Lillian, glad you could join. And I don't get it. You know, you ever see some stuff and you just be like, you know what? I need to say something to my people about this. Y'all ever be like that? I mean, it's a bunch of bullying. It is a bunch of dogpiling. It's not only where the reactors are talking mean and being judgmental and all that kind of stuff, but then their audience, their subscribers, their people in the chat say the most horrific things. People talk about Jasmine's children, calling them slow, saying they're delayed. I mean, maybe they are delayed, but why do people talk about them so bad? They're babies. I mean, and the thing that these people are doing, they would not want people to do it to them and their children. Like some of the reactors, I don't think they would want people to start dragging their kids, whether they're grown or not. But when you say something about them, then they say you clout chasing. Even if you don't even have their name tagged in your shit, they say you clout chasing. But yet, they got people's stuff tagged all in their stuff. They get pissed off because people giving out cash outs, people buying couches, people buying beds. But yet, some of these same ones have wish lists or have had wish lists. So it's okay to give Cash App, PayPal, and all this other stuff to and super chats to them. But the minute you do something for the mommies, then it's a problem. People are more apt to help a woman who is 30 with children versus a woman who is 40 something, 50 something with children. I mean, that's just the way it is, because you figure at a certain age, you kind of have things together, you know? I mean, I'm not saying that the mommies are perfect. I'm not saying that they don't do things. Thank you for the likes. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying they're perfect. And obviously everybody could do things differently, but I just really think that YouTube needs to shut down some of these channels that have all this dogpiling going on. I mean, how is a person able to still get respect and they are married to how are you? I mean, do people hate? I'm not even going to ask, do people hate? Okay, people hate these women so much that they will accept a woman. There was even a video that I saw, and it had something to do with Lipstick Alley, because I guess Lipstick Alley exposed this person's information of being married to this person. And so this person made a supporting video for that particular YouTuber and was like, you know, where's this chick at from Lipstick Alley, and why are people going digging in people's past? People go and dig in your past when you're, guys, I gotta say my cuss words kind of like a whisper because my kids are in class. But when you're on YouTube and you are acting like a bitch that has never done nothing wrong in your life, and you've been the perfect mommy, and you present like your kids are perfect and you're this and you're just so perfect, people are going to look into you. People are going to dig into your background. So for those that can't understand why people would do that, that is why. Excuse you.
Excuse me.
But I agree, Keita. It's disgusting. And I'm just like shocked and appalled that a person can still be respected. And guys, I might be talking funny, but I have my upper partials in, and that's why you might hear like the smacking and whatnot. It's just a habit when I have my partials in. But what do y'all think of, if y'all know who and what I'm talking about? What do y'all think? And then I Am Kiva, the YouTuber I Am Kiva, had did a video about this subject, and a woman who um, married a guy that had did that, and it was a good video, had a lot of insight, and so y'all check that video out if you get a chance. But so anyway, when this person addressed it, they went off and I don't know, basically justified or whatever. Y'all, it's just, it's, I don't know. And I had spoke on some stuff, what was it, last year in a video, and people came down hard on me and didn't like that. Basically, if you're not on the side of the reactors, like if you're not a mommy hater, and for those familiar with this sector, right, if you're familiar with this sector, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you're not a mommy hater or the baby mama squad hater, then you're not cool or whatever. And I mean, I'm like, there's one who has 9 children, and there's been videos made about her. Are y'all done? And there's been videos made about her that she should not date. That sounds stupid. She shouldn't date because she has 9 kids? If me and my husband were to get a divorce right now, I can't say that I would be single the rest of my life. I probably would, because I know I'm not going to meet anyone. Well, I can't say I'm not going to meet anyone like my husband, but my husband has done me so well that I know as soon as I walk out the door, I wouldn't meet nobody. It would take some time, but some people move on quicker than others. There's no time limit on finding love. So Keita put, I don't see the point of making videos putting down women. We all do our best. Exactly. And now people are going after the moms, mothers, which is really sickening. And I tell y'all, if my mother were alive, and it was like, if my mom was one of those girls' moms, my mom would have a whole lot to say, because my mom was not and my mother was good with her words, y'all. She was really good with them words, and she could get you together with those words. And don't let her find out some tea about you. Oh my goodness. But I know my mother wouldn't sit back and be able to be quiet about things like that. And none of these girls are related to me, because God help us if they were related to me. Mm-mm. But I just think it is sickening, y'all. I'm just checking my notifications. And I was thinking about that, and I'm like, people actually go live multiple times, and they have children, but they go live or will make a million videos to talk about these girls. It's like, damn, don't you have a life? Don't you have kids you got to tend to? Y'all see how I am. I got 12 kids, and y'all see I don't be on live very often. I mean, nothing's nothing's that fantastic that I need to go live. But then the content, I mean, the struggle for content, I guess, is real. And people say, well, they vlog their lives, so they talk about the videos that they watch. I just think people should be a little bit nicer with how they do things. Kendi, can you go in my room and get my bag? I think it's the purple bag. It's got my knitting needles and my yarn in it. But y'all see this big chunky yarn? I'm gonna knit a background because y'all know I make stuff, so I'm gonna knit I don't know, like a photo crop or background, but
Mommy, what is?
it's by my treadmill. It's by the treadmill in there. I think the bag is purple or pink, something like that. And they see nothing wrong with it. And y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I just be so disgusted when I come across that stuff because I don't really watch them, but every now and then I might.
Oh, this is brown.
I said pink. Here, baby, here go that coloring book I bought you. But just to be downright mean for content. I mean, y'all, it is just really crazy. It's in there.
I don't see it.
It's by the treadmill. It's on the floor. But like I was saying, if I had married an offender and my tea came out like that, I think I would shut the fuck up.
I don't see it.
Okay. Is it over here anywhere?
Does it have flowers on it?
Yeah. Oh, it was over here that whole time? Wow. But like some of them get really offended. I get tired of saying it. They repeat the same stuff. Yeah, and it is just, y'all, I just be like, wow. I just don't get how they don't clap back because I personally don't think I could just see this, whether I was perfect or not. But then, you want to come for my children, you want to come for my mother, but the same people who are doing that get really offended and upset when it's done to them. I mean, because tea has came out about some of them, and they did not like it very much. They did not like it very much at all. Y'all, these knitting needles right here, this is the big chunky kind. This is the 25 millimeter. So this is the 1 inch thick um, knitting needles. But I have a 25 millimeter crochet hook, but I couldn't really do what I was trying to do with them. So I decided to pull out the knitting needles. But yeah, they get all in a hissy fit when something is spilled about them and feel like why people going digging. And my thing is, if you out here being an ass or being a bitch towards people, then people gonna look for some dirt on you. I know, I know, Alicia. That's just, the thing about it is when I see what I deem is bullying, I think it's crazy. But the story, I don't know if you saw the whole thing, but the story was there's a sector of YouTube where they do reactions. There's a particular sector where they are obsessed and focused on three women in particular. And so some tea came out that one of these women, she's about almost 50, she married a, I'm gonna just say the word. She married a rapist and had this man around her children. The man did 16 years in prison for violently raping a girl who was mentally challenged, so she was not able to give consent to do that. So he took advantage of her, robbed her, whatever. And this particular person is always doing reactions about how women 20 and 30 years younger than her live their life, which is appalling and very, very sickening. And I am just against bullies. I hate bullying, and it just don't sit right in my spirit sometimes to not speak on it. I'm gonna have to make this longer, but it just don't sit right in my spirit to not speak on it. Oh, I hope I don't break this. I'm using size 7 blanket yarn, Alicia. Yeah, she did, Keita. I saw that. And then I think it was deleted, but ooh, she was fuming mad when I think the website Lipstick Alley had exposed all of that. And she was fuming mad about that. I mean, but when you out here being mean to people, because like I said before, there is no constructive criticism. And I'm gonna tell y'all, there is one reactor in particular that totally should not be talking about nobody. I mean, this one drags them for everything. And when I say drags them for everything, she does. And that particular one lives in the projects. Not so much projects, but lives in low income housing where the rent is income based. But see, they don't like people looking into their background and all of that. And to be quite honest, there is so much tea. And when I say so much tea, there is so much tea that a lot of them should not even open up their mouth to say a word. But I don't know. But yeah, I try not to fall into the negativity, but y'all, it just don't be sitting right on my spirit, you know. And there, to me, there's not enough positivity. Are you all right? What's up? Why you not in class? Hmm. It's 10:28. Houston, do we have a problem? So Those who uplift will be raised higher too. Oh, let me get to class. Yeah, but it just, y'all, it just don't sit right in my spirit to not speak on it. And there is not enough positivity and encouragement in this particular group. And I'm not sure how I ended up over here, but I watch a variety of YouTube. But most of, huh? But most of what I watch on YouTube is cooking stuff. I mostly watch cooking videos. I watch large family videos. Of course, I watch knitting and crochet videos. Um, but every now and then something will pop up, or maybe one of my YouTube sisters will tell me about a video, and I'll be like, wow, or whatever. But y'all, that right there has just like, and I'm just like, wow, how I have to get back to homeschooling to the 9-year-old. Glad I got to see. Okay, Alicia, thank you for stopping by. I'm debating if I'm gonna do a tutorial on what I'm making, because I got a couple projects lined up for this chunky yarn. Y'all, my daughter is saying hi in the background. She was waving. But so I just want to offer encouragement to the mommies, and hoping that they will keep their head up in spite of what is said about them. And like I said, some of these reactors, there is so much tea about them, especially one in particular. Hey Lillian, she live in low income housing that is income based, which, so I'm gonna be quite honest, that person shouldn't be talking about nobody. Yeah, there's no school tomorrow.
Okay.
Election day.
Will you vote?
Yeah. Yep. So, what else y'all want to talk about? I just wanted to kind of, you know, get that off my chest, and just offer these young moms some encouragement, because y'all, we all could use some encouragement. We all could use some positivity. So I'm just going to say, I would hope that they keep their head up, and just try not to let it get to you. And my kids, they have half a day on Mondays. 4 of them are only in school for a couple hours on Mondays. And then I have one that does not have school on Wednesdays. Let me see how many of these. Oh, okay. Let me count this up real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I at least wanted to get 20 on here. So yeah, I make charms. Here's a charm. This camera is not really the best, but what this charm says is we all in this together. So it's like all of us, all races, we're all in this together. And then this one, this charm that I made right here, because I make my own charms, y'all. This charm says, I want to see Black people glowing, not dying. Black Lives Matter. I also made a charm that said, I hope my son doesn't fit the description. And then this is an order right here, but these charms say, I can't keep calm, I have Black sons. And then this one says, all lives can't matter until Black lives matter. So I have all kind of charms. I even do picture charms where if people want a picture put on a charm, like maybe somebody died and they want like a memory type of a necklace or something. I had also made me a paper clip charm. And then I made like a little bead dangle to go with it. So y'all, I be over here doing all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be uploading some planner videos soon. I did record some videos earlier. And then this is a project that I am working on. So what's everybody been up to? And what y'all think of all of this topic? I mean, people always saying, mind your business, but the reactions to me go so far above and beyond. It's like people relish in other people's misery, and then to let their audience dogpile them. It's just crazy, y'all. I'm using 25mm hooks. I mean, knitting needles. So what is everybody up to today? What's the weather like? It was snowing here yesterday. And then we had like a little windstorm and it knocked the power out for a few hours. I don't mind the power going out in the daytime, but when the power goes out in the evening, y'all, I panic. I panic. Well, not so much panic, but I do kind of somewhat panic. But if I'm like in the bed, going to bed, then it's not so bad. But during the day, I just hate the power being out, period, y'all. How about that? Let me pull some more yarn out here. What I'm making right now is going to be a background prop for some of my photos. Are you near where any of those protests was going on? Because I did see on the news that they had a little something popping off where you at, Lillian. So were you near where some of that was going on? Oh, I need to fix me some breakfast. Oh, you are? Well, you be careful. Be careful. What you been working on, Lillian? What kind of projects? You crocheting? Are you knitting anything? Because I know you had knitted a hat recently, right? Y'all, I am more comfortable with knitting with 25mm versus crocheting with 25mm hook. The knitting is not so bad. It's just a little bit more work on your hands, but not too bad. It takes some getting used to. But because this is majorly chunky yarn, what I'm working on is not gonna take long to work up. Oh, okay. Did you knit it or did you crochet it? Because I know you do both. And I saw a loom knit pattern for a pocket shawl or a pocket scarf or something from Luma Hat. She had one. So I got my first row done. This is kind of tight and bunched up on here because I put more stitches on here than what's really supposed to be on here. Oh, you crocheted? How long did it take you to make it? I gotta crochet some hats. I might use my Addy to make the hats. I don't know. So this I need to purl. Y'all, I hate purling. To me, purling is just, I don't know. But this row I need to purl. It's always extra hard for me to purl. One day. Yeah. I mean, I can purl, don't get me wrong. It's just I'm so used to the knit stitch, I hardly ever purl. But I can do it. So this whole row is purl. So the way this pattern is one row is purl, the other row is knit, and so on and so on. Just a really simple pattern. But man, this chunky yarn, y'all. I think they were like $10. I had got them at Michael's. I had got the knitting needles at Michael's and that big chunky crochet hook at Michael's. And I bought these like years ago and never used them. I'm just now using them. Because I couldn't figure out what to do with them, but they were on clearance. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and get them. I have no clue what I'm going to use them for, but let me go ahead. I think I'm going to order some circular 25mm knitting needles because I have so many stitches on here that this is going to be difficult. I got up with the intentions of doing my makeup, but then that video was on my mind, y'all. I just honestly don't get how people like that is respected in this community, especially with the women's rights and the uplifting of women. Look, y'all, don't get me started. Don't get me started. I said my piece, so I'ma just leave it at that. And people will probably be offended by. People will probably be offended by what I said, but I said what I said. And if I was in that situation, I wouldn't be out here judging somebody else's life when clearly I've made some mistakes in my life. That's just how I feel about it. And I really think that these girls need positivity. And it's just so funny because people are always saying that these girls shouldn't be dating. Like there was some videos saying that the one with 9 kids should not be dating and that she gave up dating when she decided to have all them kids. How stupid does someone sound saying that? But yet they have kids and all of them are not married. So does that mean they're not dating? Although we do have some in this sector that pretend to be married, child, let me tell you, they're not married. Not all of them. Most of them just single mothers. Okay, child, let me see what we got going on over here. Y'all see how that's all bunched up? So I definitely need some circular knitting needles for this. So I'm gonna order some. I'm gonna go to Amazon real quick, y'all. Hang on, y'all, because I'm gonna go to. Ooh, I hit the wrong one. I almost closed this live out, y'all. Okay, let me go to Amazon and order these knitting needles because I want the circular. Okay, when am I going to get this? It says it'll be delivered Wednesday. Okay, place your order. All right, y'all, I ordered those knitting needles. Because y'all, this just ain't working. This just ain't working because this going to be a lot of work. So I will probably work on this some more Wednesday when those knitting needles come. All right, y'all. So this is how much I got done. So I am gonna get off here, but y'all, let's just try to be uplifting and not be so negative towards people who might live their life a little bit different. All right, y'all, I'm out. I got to go find me something to eat. I got to finish up my coffee and I got to figure out what else I'm going to do. Also want to make this peach cobbler. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. All right, y'all. Bye.